Hello students, welcome back to Notebook. Today we'll learn about the hydrological cycle and the submarine relief distribution in the oceans. Let us get started. Water is one of the most quintessential components for life to exist on the surface of the earth only after air. Water is found nowhere on the solar system apart from the earth. Hence planet Earth is known as the blue planet. Now, water cycle, also known as the hydrological cycle, focuses on the movement of water from ocean to the land and vice versa, as water is a cyclic resource. The cycle is billions of years old. There is uneven water distribution on the surface of the earth, which in turn is circulated in the hydrosphere in liquid, solid or gaseous state. There is hence continuous exchange of water between the oceans, land surface, atmosphere and the organisms. Oceans make up the 71% of the planetary water. 39% is found in the glaciers and ice caps, lakes, soil, moisture, groundwater, atmosphere, streams and within life. Through evaporation over oceans and other places, around 59% of water returns to the atmosphere by falling on the land. Rest finds its way through runoffs on the surface. Ground infiltration occurs or they become part of some glacier. Water is a renewable resource, but the demand is also increasing with every single day, which is causing water scarcity in different parts of the world, spatially and temporarily. River pollution makes the situation graver. Oceans form great depressions on the Earth's outer layer. The nature of the ocean basin and their topography is studied. Ocean water is difficult to demarcate because, unlike the continents, the oceans merge. There are 5 oceans: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Arctic Ocean. Bays, gulfs, inlets and seas are all part of the oceans. The sea floor is found between 3 to 6 kilometers below the sea level, which exhibits various types of complex features, somewhat similar to those on the land. Now, let us look at these underwater relief features. Ridges, seamounts, hills, guyot, trenches, canyons, etc. form the minor features, whereas there are 4 major relief features. Continental shelf. Relatively, shallow seas and gulfs occupy the extended margin of each continent. This part shows an average gradient of 1 degree or even less. It is the shallowest part of the ocean. Shelf break is the steep slope where the shelf ends. Width and depth vary from one ocean to another. Average width is about 80 kilometers and depth is between 30 to 600 meters deep. There are absent or narrow shelves near some margins. For example, coasts of Chile, Sumatra, West Coast, etc. Whereas Siberian coast in the Arctic Ocean is the largest. Rivers, glaciers, wind from the land covers the shelves with sediments of variable thickness, which are distributed by waves and currents. It is thus a major source of fossil fuels, as it has massive sedimentary deposits. Continental slope. It connects the ocean basin and continental shelf. The area where the bottom of the continental shelf sharply drops off is where the deep slope begins. Between 2 degrees to 5 degrees, the gradient, and between 200 to 300 meters, the depth of the slope varies. End of the continents is indicated by the slope boundary. we find canyons and trenches in this region. Deep sea plain. These are the gently sloping areas of the ocean basins, making them the flattest and the smoothest areas of the world. Between 3,000 to 6,000 meters, the depths vary. Clay and silt cover these plains. Oceanic deeps or trenches. These are the deepest parts of the oceans. With narrow basins, trenches are relatively steep-sided. Compared to the surrounding oceans, it is 3 to 5 kilometers deeper. They occur along the island arcs or the bases of the continental slopes and are associated with strong earthquakes and active volcanoes. For the study of the plate movement, they are very important. There are around 57 deeps explored, 32 in the Pacific Ocean, 19 in the Atlantic, and 6 in the Indian Ocean. Now let us look at the minor relief features of the ocean. Mid-oceanic ridges. These are separated by a large depression and has two chains of mountains. The peaks of the mountains can be as high as 2,500 meters and might even reach above the ocean's surface. Iceland is part of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Seamount. These are mountains that rise from the sea floor but does not reach the surface of the ocean and has pointed summit. The origin is volcanic and they can be 3,000 to 45,000 meters tall. For example, Emperor Seamount is an extension of the Hawaiian Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Submarine canyons. These are deep valleys like the Grand Canyon of the Colorado River. They often extend from the mouths of large rivers and sometimes are found cutting across the continental shelf and slopes. For example, Submarine Canyon of the world, that is Hudson Canyon. Guyads. This is a seamount which is flat on the top. It showcases evidence of becoming flat through gradual subsidence in stages. In the Pacific Ocean alone, around 10,000 seamounts and guyads exist. Atoll. These are found in the tropical oceans. They are basically low islands consisting mainly of coral reefs which surround a central depression. They might form enclosing a body of fresh, brackish or highly saline water, or maybe a part of the sea lagoon. Students, as you know, global warming is on the rise. Pollution is affecting the planet Earth. In such a situation, what do you think would help in augmenting the quantity of water and reduce the water pollution? Discuss among your friends. With that, students, we come to the end of this video lesson. See you soon in the next video to learn about salinity and temperature of the water in the oceans. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye from Team Notebook.